Let's see if it.
We're live.
5 seconds already.
5 seconds. Are we actually live?
Is it
I mean, we
too
are.
late? Is it too late to get stage fright?
Freeze up. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to our very first live podcast of Nerd You Later. And this is my co-host, John, below me, I think, as you can see it.
Hello.
And we have a special guest with us here, and that is Tim from Nerd Crate.
Hi, YouTube.
He's probably no stranger to some people, as he does his own podcast as well. So it's great to have him on the show for our 6th episode, and it's actually live this time. So, John, we have no editing for you today, so you just go with it.
If I cover my mouth up and then start swearing underneath, if that'd be all right. Can you hear what I'm saying?
This guy cost me an hour trying to edit podcasts.
Dude, never do that. Like if you want to do podcasting, I feel the best is always live. You can go live with the questions and reactions from the chat.
Yep.
People see you for what you really are. They see if you got any, sorry children, this is for adults, any fuck ups. So you can do whatever. And if you want to do a vlog or a talk whatsoever, you can still cut or intersplice and put pictures in it.
Yeah.
The ones for the one folk, the ones for the other, you can never go right. Just do how you feel. That's the best you can do.
Yeah. Well said.
That's from the experienced man, the experienced podcaster himself.
No, it's actually not from experience. It's just actually because it's just easier. Like we started out just when StreamYard was actually coming up with Lightstream. That was a full free site, similar, also browser based, and they were completely free. The problem was back then, like I said, StreamYard was believed maybe on the come up, and you always had to go into your YouTube, into the settings, you pull out the stream key. Every podcast you have to do completely new with every new stream key, and oftentimes it didn't work. Some problem with synchronization was always there. You were able to put in some, I don't know, let's call it some video platforming, so you could do videos and you could put them in. But the problem was, since it was third party, there were always a big lag between I want to play it now and then you want a clean cut or maybe a transition over to the actual podcast. And there was, I believe, maybe, I don't know, a 6 or 7 second lag. That was not only for also to be felt, but also once the thing was actually finished. And we said, man, we don't want a hyper polished product, but it has to be somewhat good. It has to look somewhat of the part. So StreamYard was popping up. We were seeing that ahead of one episode. We were actually trying StreamYard. My buddy and I were, oh my God, it's so smooth. Oh, so good. And we were, I don't know, not even in, 50 minutes, we switched everything over. We uploaded our stuff to Cloud Convert, put it up at MP4, put it over there, checked for free with the StreamYard logo also in the corner, but then said, this is so fluid and so well functioning. Let's just go on a little bit of a pro account, and we've been staying there.
Yeah.
See, it's not so bad when it's like that. It's just, I think we've only started using StreamYard,
The last couple?
Yeah, last couple, something like that.
Yeah.
I was having problems with the microphone and whatnot on my end. And it was just, I just said, why don't we use StreamYard? Because it's supposed to have a really good write-up about it. There's quite a few people use it. Yeah. So that's when we swapped, wasn't it? Was it episode 4, something like that? Episode 4 or episode 5?
Episode 4. I think it was episode 4. Because then you can tell with the audio was far better then.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Far
Before
better.
that, it was like I was speaking into a tin. You know, I sounded like I was far away.
Yeah. And StreamYard also has these audio filtering. So whatever you use, do you use I don't know, microphone like this, or an actually stand-up, actually podcast thingy, or maybe even in-ears, Bluetooth. They have these I don't know, what is it? It's an Echo something.
I think I know what you mean. It reduces the echo, doesn't it, when you're talking?
Yeah. It says here,
Echo
reduction.
That's it. That's
and it works so well that it really levels out whatever audio intake you actually using. So it's actually great. Like, and also even the fact that it got sold didn't hurt it. They always put up updates. There's new stuff in it. You can put up fucking chroma key green screen stuff behind you. I had never used that. I didn't see anywhere where it actually works or whatever, but it seems to be, if it works as everything else, I think it will look good. So I'm not fiddling around with it, but StreamYard overall just amazing and so simple. People, when I had my show, like when I had John up, people would always ask me, yeah, what was it like? What is that like? I'm not software based. I'm not tech savvy anyway. No problem whatsoever. I shoot you the link. It's totally browser based. It's hyper easy, and you get the chat on the right. Like, this is some actual genius actually put up a lot of thought in that, and I believe they have made their money's worth.
Yeah, definitely. It is good. It is good, isn't it, Gareth?
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. It's making it a lot easier, and it was actually a lot easier than I thought just to set this up for live.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely makes it far easier for me.
Big time. The thing is, you can also live stream is also interesting for another component, because you can put your nose up into something like OBS, which is always interesting. There you can put up your layout. You can pull it around totally 100% free, whatever you like to see, what you'd like to do, videos and whatnot. A lot of people, big names, actually use OBS, and it's super easy. Sync with their Twitch, whatever. Like Maximilian Dude, when he's putting some kind of trailer show up or Game Award compilation or whatever, he would always take his little icon and put it in the corner so people could look up freely. So it's also easy. It's not hard. But the problem was just Lightstream. What I said, that was just, I don't know if they even exist anymore. But overall, it was cool that it was free, and I compliment them for that. But StreamYard is just easier, and at the end of the day, what actually will be here to stay is always what's easier, what's better working. Plain and simple.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways, so did anyone get anything recently, figure wise? Anything?
Yeah, I did. I've got a few. I've got what is it now? I got these guys. I got all three of them. Been after them for a while now. Where has he gone? Oh, here. You know, the kind of like go with all the Mech Fans Toys stuff. They're like the same height.
Yes.
There you go. That's just him I got out. I've not got the others out yet. They kind of just fit very nicely next to Mech Fans Toys, and I think the story behind it was these were the designs for Mech Planet, and they got the Mech Planet designs got bought out by Iron Trans, which well, basically are these anyway, and they're not too bad. I mean, obviously they are. You know, they're like, it is cheap plastic, take your time transforming them type of thing. You know, it's just like a Mech Fans Toys.
Yeah.
But they're quite good. They're quite nice. I'm not taking any pictures yet, and I'll put them up next to the other ones I've got upstairs.
And since they're a little bit flatter from the surface quality, they should also work quite well with Magic Square, right?
Yeah, Magic Square is actually a little bit smaller. Probably goes up to about there on him.
Oh.
A little bit smaller. So these are actually a little bit bigger. They're the same. Have you got Mech Fans Toys Hound or Sideswipe?
I'm not dabbling Mech Fans Toys anyway. I'm pretty much almost exclusive New Age.
Oh, right, fair enough. Okay. New Age is tiny compared to this guy.
Yeah.
I think New Age comes up to about there. Magic Square's here, and then obviously this guy's up here. He's basically the same height, I would say, as Sideswipe and Hound and all the other ones from Mech Fans Toys. I think Blaster's a bit taller than him. Ultra Magnus, I think he's definitely taller than him. Well, yeah, he's not bad. He's not too bad. I've been wanting it for a while, and he fits in nicely. So I'm good with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I got this guy. I'm a little bit behind with Kang Toys at the moment, but ta-da.
Is that the mini Predator King pants?
That's right. Yeah. Little what's his name? Thor Gorilla.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thor Gorilla.
I was actually offered them as a loan for reviews, but
really,
you know.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I'm not dabbling in those anymore. So I got so much shit to send back.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You don't want to go there. Who wants to go next then?
I have to. People want their stuff back. Of course.
Of course, yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's it, really. Yeah, I mean, I've got a massive pop for the giveaway, but that's about it. Let me show you. Ta-da!
Oh, hell.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I've seen that one at the local GameStop. I was actually thinking, man, that color theme is cool, but I don't want to dabble in collector cancer. No, sir,
no.
I'm not gonna go into Funko Pops.
When it literally goes to when you start on Funko, that's it. You're knackered. I mean, look at that on the back of what you can actually collect.
Yeah.
But this is for a giveaway, so for figure collectors. Basically, whoever wins gets a ticket to the event, type of thing. So I've been after something like that for a while, so I've got that now, and that's it.
Nice.
Excellent. I must send you my entries for that custom thing.
Oh, yeah.
My 2 customs that I've done.
Oh, cool. All right.
I've got them done, so I may as well stick them in.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Have you got it recently? New Year
I got a little bit. I'm gonna try and kind of cut it down. Legends wise, in the last few weeks that actually came in was the Sea Swoop, the comic swoop. That's actually
nice.
pretty cool. On the back you can see one of that little bit of that glorious paint. So I love these. These are the fun for me in terms of Transformers. That's my stuff.
Oh yeah.
And the X. So whatever I didn't get as a toy as a kid, I actually got these. So they totally chromed the wings.
Nice.
Wow. Glorious. Just insanely glorious. So
you do like the X versions as well, which is because I have noticed how you love them.
So good. Like in the back, I got a little bit thing of Autobot City with Omega Supreme and X, and then Devastator comes around and stuff like that. We got the X Octavian. So you can do a lot of. There's supposed to be backgrounds in it that's all coming down the road.
Oh wow, okay.
So in the last few weeks also I got the Legacy Evolution Bludgeon. That's the remote.
Like that
of that tower mode, which is pretty cool. Like I actually did a little something different because that's Bludgeon, that's not Tarn. He doesn't need a double fusion cannon. So what I actually did was one of his fusion cannons I put up upside down as kind of a Tonfa stick.
I get you. Yeah.
That little C2C stuff, and I have his katana on the side like that. There was actually be a sheath. I hope DNA is actually doing maybe something for it because there's just the samurai skirt stuff that is actually really individual solely to him is missing on this guy. But overall, the sculpt is amazing. It's a great figure, and I'm always down for voting with your wallet. So I bought for that, but actually I don't have a space for him. So that was just more of that. Do that. I buy that.
Yeah.
And then and in the middle, because I like I said, I want to cut it down a little because that here was a lot. Something else. I finally we had our first booth at a convention first, and I found actually these, which is one of the Evangelions I'm missing, the Mark 06, which is currently roughly sitting at eBay for around 110, 120, sometimes maybe even 150.
Wow.
And these sets are usually around 50 to 60, and I got this at the convention for 90. So that is
not
better.
Too bad then. Not too bad.
Nice new model kit for over the vacation, which is soon. I cannot wait for my Christmas vacation. I am done for this year. Currently also building a Lego set. There's I don't know if you've seen that Tranquil Garden, which is Japanese inspired with that little Japanese pavilion, some tea thingies in there, and bonsai tree and whatnot, all out of Lego.
Oh yes, yes. Seen that.
A lighting set for that, like cyan lighting for the water part, and some green and some purple sprinkles, and that's super. I don't know. Have you ever seen the light plugs that come into the Hot Toys Predator, which are roughly 5 millimeter long and wide, white plugs, super small cables, super tiny, super delicate.
Right. I'll say yes. I think I do. I'm not sure, but go on.
And these lighting set that I actually bought for this kid are half the size of that. The plugs.
Wow.
so super small, even more
Nice.
delicate. Works, not hyper delicate.
Wow.
In the kind of the middle-ish, I put in my top and also flop of the year, which is Masterverse Ramman,
Right.
which is cool,
Yeah.
but the pants are ripped.
No.
Oh,
Yeah. And the most fun part about this, I didn't do anything with him. I got him. I got a whole lot of stuff left. I had a whole lot to review, and he was just standing here. I believe 2 or 3 weeks before I put him up next. I move his knees, and the pants are ripped just like that. I did nothing to him.
Wow.
jeez.
Super bad material. Extremely horrible.
Yeah.
The news are all over the internet that this thing rips like crazy. No chance.
That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. That.
So
Not
I'm
good at
gonna
all.
so I'm gonna put him up on a flying stand, and that he's going forward, like actually ramming something, and that will be probably his pulse. But overall, the idea actually being pants instead of these springs, super cool, and overall these guys and actually knockout because he looks amazing.
Yeah, he
I
does.
loved Ramman as a kid, but what they did with the pants. Anyway,
They always kind of do that sort of stuff, don't they? They always kind of like make it different and make it good and make it awesome, and then they just
Yeah.
go, "Yeah, it's knackered now."
yeah.
just like-
The thing is, hey, what's up, man?
Hey, man.
The thing is, they currently
right.
have kind of 3 lines running. One completely on the side, and 2 that are actually running under Masterverse. They got the Origins going, which is their take on the old Masters of the Universe, but with some new engineering, actually elbows and whatnot. So that is that. I don't dabble in that, but I said a few times I got that as a kid. It looks exactly the same with more articulation, and that was a gift actually. So that's what I got. But to me, what's cooler is actually the new Eternia stuff, which is from the Masterverse. Masterverse, they cut down to New Eternia, which is an alternate take, which also goes over to their Masterverse comic. They're actually doing kind of their own multiverse thing, and they call it Masterverse. Little story about that. I believe 1 year or 1.5 ago, I actually had one of the designers on, which is Eamon O'Donoghue, which is a good bloke. And I actually asked him, I'm like, Eamon, what is Masterverse? Is that supposed to be some kind of multiverse thing? And he didn't, but at the same time did answer and said, that's something I'm not allowed to talk to about. So that was a cool little moment.
So that was kind of like a yes, but at the same time, I can't tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
You know,
I get you.
That was his diplomatical take of an NDA live on the air, so to say. Then I got the Masterverse Buzz Off, which is
look at
that one looks amazing with the translucent wings and all. It's also very interesting. Just for engineering wise, they put up in the back, they put up some ball pack here.
All right.
Yeah. And the ball pack is also kind of a shell of a pack for this wing, and the lower wing clips in below this and gets held by the upper part.
Right.
So that is interesting engineering, and it works amazing. So that's a cool buzz off. And big thanks again. The guys already know that, but since I'm live here, go out to the United States because I wanted to order the Target Revelation Man-at-Arms, which is a Target exclusive, which is Mattel. You guys are fucking nitwits. They left this guy US Target exclusive. You were not able to get this guy over here in Germany or Europe at all. This is the later Man-at-Arms, where he is this kind of old guy with the shoulder weapon. You can unplug that with this thing. His club I actually got from the regular because I needed the regular Man-at-Arms for the Vicron set I'm going to show you. With a cape and all that. A huge package of a figure. This is the most highly rated figure I have on my channel with a 9.8 out of 10 because this thing works amazing. It's a lot of fun and it looks super friggin' cool. And I spoke to a guy from the States, a little bit per proxy from a friend of mine, and he told me, yeah, I got that for you. I sent it over. So it got here. I never had, I don't know, little I don't know, paper thingy from the carrier over here. Nothing saying, hey, we tried to reach you, we didn't. And after a little bit over 2 weeks, I looked into the tracking and it said, oh, yeah, we tried to reach you. You weren't there. You also didn't try to pick it up. So it's going back. I'm like, great. Good talk, USPS. Nice. So I messaged the dude and he's like, oh, shit. Are you perchance in the United States somewhere this year? I'm like, yeah, funnily enough, I am. Okay, cool. I'm going to give it to Jason, a friend of mine in the Virginia area. And I also got something else for you due to that shit. I'm like, okay, what the hell? So when I was in Orlando, my friend of mine made a road trip over to Virginia and we meet up with the guy. And he not only hands me Men at Arms, but he also hands me the Vicron set.
Whoa.
Which is Mattel Creations exclusive, which is their prototype He-Man. They made 3 pieces back in the day as a prototype to pitch to Mattel. One looked like this, roughly like He-Man, the Barbarian type guy, and this figure got released with a nice box, and in it were 2 additional armor sets, not pieces, but whole sets. One was for a kind of space dude, which I took the Stinkor body for, due to the white parts and the red parts and whatnot, repainted the gauntlets below here, and it had this armor, the helmet, the flight pack, and the blaster. That was the second prototype design, which was supposed to be kind of a space dude. That didn't have a name. It was a space dude.
Just a space dude.
Yeah, essentially. So, and the third, which is why I got the regular Men at Arms, was inspired by Tank Top from G.I. Joe, which was the third kind of concept, which was just half tank, half man. And I got myself the regular Men at Arms for that, so the green kind of more fits. So I got this thing in Virginia. I drive back home. I assemble this thing once it's done, and I asked him, dude, this is super cool. Thanks so much. What do you want for that? And he's like, nah, due to the shenanigans and you never got it and you had to come over here, it's free. It's on the house. Have fun with it.
Wow.
So
fantastic. Fantastic.
And the crazy part just comes because the Men at Arms now goes on eBay for $130 easy. Retail at around 30, 35. The Mattel Creations Vicron around 40 also. So I have saved a big buck on that.
Oh, not half, yeah.
And it would have almost been a what if buyers or not buyers regret, because I wouldn't have picked up the Vicron set, but heavy, I got this now. So amazing set. There was other stuff too, like Web Store and New Age Toys, Infernal, Octavian, Reflector in their X version. So a lot happened this year. A lot happened.
Yeah, a lot happened.
Masco 112 Ghost Rider. So a whole lot more, but it was just be too much, way too much.
Well, fantastic, that mate, brilliant.
I'm pretty happy, and when I think about the little space that I got now compared to my old apartment, I feel like it's all right. I'll make it work.
Yeah, fair enough. Go on then, Gary.
Awesome. Before we jump on there,
love your videos. You're so underrated.
I don't even.
That's
nice. All of us. Or Tim. Tim's awesome, by the way. I haven't done any for a while.
Thank you. So, Gary, what about you, man? What did you get?
Mine's just quick and easy. I have nothing. I had nothing since the last podcast. I was sort of hoping we would have had the Aslab Desaurus, but unfortunately, Europe is not getting him till the new year.
Oh,
no, bummer.
That Deathsaurus is really nice figure as well.
It's a good piece, but it's just weird how Hasbro does business with Pulse. Like now they're trying to ship out on their own and trying to kind of surpass and also suppress the little guys. It's just
Yeah.
But that's a little too deep topic. I'm not going to dive into that.
No, don't do that.
Keep
Don't
it
do that.
honest.
You're all right. Keep it light.
No.
Hey.
Hey, we could possibly
Keep it light.
We'll talk about all that sort of stuff. But so I have nothing really that I've got since the last podcast. So it's been a quiet month for me. But I sort of assumed it would be like that, unless I got the HasLab. But have to wait to the new year for that one. So, but
Yeah.
I don't mind as long as the QC is good on it. But I haven't watched too many videos of it yet. I think a couple of people posted it, but I just haven't got around. I've been working. I've literally just worked about friggin' 5 night shifts in a row, so I just haven't been right for it. But anyways, we'll get on to. Do you want to do the top 10 and figures for the year? We'll do that one first, and then we'll get into the topic conversation because they might run on a bit.
Yeah, true. All right. Okay. Good. All right. Do you want to go first this time, Tim, or I'm easy this? I'm
Fair
easy.
enough. Let me think, because I was aware of this topic 15 minutes ahead of the show. I have to
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
I have to wing it a little bit. Let me think. I'm not trying to put some kind of order in it. I'm just gonna go down.
It doesn't in any order either.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. No order.
Number 10 will actually be something way old school.
Oh yeah.
I got myself a vintage Condor from Mask.
Oh yeah.
With box and all that. So that was crazy with a good nice price on it. So I was happy for that. That kind of started out my little bit of a Mask collection. If I get something good, I'm just gonna do it patient. If I see something, it's a good price, I put a hammer down and it's getting home.
Yep.
Staying at Mask, Ramen Toys Red Gullwing, because
that looked awesome.
Like maybe people think, dude, you're a tearjerker, but when I did the review, I actually had a hard time holding back some tears, because getting this thing was just from another time when things were way better with my parents and all that. It was just no problems whatsoever. We would mix the figures and do your own adventures kind of thing. What a lot of people always say about different things, but it's just exactly what it was. And having this thing in hand, almost like a masterpiece version of Mask, was just. I really had to swallow for a bit there and get my grip. So that was
such amazing figure, and as well with a car. Really good.
Yeah,
still not got one, but I will be. I will be getting one, definitely.
Yeah, I mean they're now getting out the Gullwing, the re-release with the stickers and whatnot. So that's supposed to hit shelves in late January, I believe, somewhere like that. So it's pretty much good to go. Then I would actually take something from our halls also, the Man-at-Arms.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The Vicron is beautiful. The Omega Supreme for New Age Toys.
Oh that is lovely figure. Yeah.
Little bit critique points here and there. They didn't put down the tempo paint too much because there was stuff missing. Due to the way they did business with how the sculpt details got out, and one of the parts that was actually having a tempo paint at the kind of the hip region was really suppressed from this down to this. So how you're supposed to put a tempo on there. So I did kind of my own, but otherwise, how this thing works with the battery feature and the base and articulation and all that, it's splendid toy.
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah.
The same kind of goes for their Dinobots. I put them up as a whole. I now have Ymir, Redosaurus, and Freya in their X and C versions, which just look amazing. The C versions pop due to their blue and gold ish metallic kind of paint. But the X versions, due to the chrome and gold chrome and the tampos, they just look. I mean, I love the Transformers. Transformers was my shit back in the day. I grew up on the G1. I grew up on the 86.
Yeah.
But I have seen enough of the cartoon versions actually. And I feel the X versions with their tempos and the rendition New Age does it's just way more interesting to my eye, and it looks so much cooler. So
Yeah.
I'm deep into that. Let me think. The Mezco 112 Ghost Rider, the Return of Superman stuff by Mayfax. I think I'm now down to 4 or 5, maybe somewhere like that.
Wow.
The Evangelions, real great. I feel like what they do, what Bandai does with the Evangelions is amazing. Build yourself Evangelions, totally articulated with collapsing joints and parts where you can put the knee even deeper and whatnot. It's just amazing, and having that line to build myself and kind of a hanger thingy is a lot of fun. Oh, I got a good number one. Something I actually hunted down. I'm gonna take one more thing, which I put up just by thought as my number 2 will be New Eternia Web Store from Masters of the Universe.
Right.
Again, a little bit more of a stylized thing. Usually, Web Store is this thing Spider, Spider inspired, not really with Lex or anything, but the Web Store actually has additional articulated Spider legs on his back, so you can put up a little bit of a Spider action thing. This is cool. And something I actually hunted down for a long time is actually a 1/6 figure that I was now able to procure this year, which is the Enter Bay Michael Jordan, which is beautiful. Ever since I watched The Last Dance, and I kind of, I don't know, stumbled backwards into NBA and my old love for Chicago Bulls, which I didn't look up for quite a time. Getting this was intense. It actually came through the cellar with an away Trico set, which is white, and also it has a magnetic ball, so you can actually have him dribbling, doing a defense stand, which I actually have. So he actually dribbles. Insane, super cool figure, super nice. It's not actually from this year, but it is from my top 10 this year. So I got that in my D12. It's lit up in there together with Mando, with my T600, and with Captain America and Ultron Mark 1. So I got a little bit of a mixed stuff with franchises and whatnot. So yeah, kind of rough, but I mean, with our hobby, how are you supposed to actually put that down chronologically or whatever? Like this.
Yeah,
just put them on the shelf. It's fine. Put them on the shelf.
kind of.
It pretty much is.
But that's also the thing, right? It's not actually anymore. We put it on the shelf and then don't look at it anymore. Ever since I have the time now, because I don't do YouTube anymore, I catch myself more than once to just grab something from the shelf and just enjoy it. Just going back into the hobby and enjoying it for myself. It's gotten a lot of fun again, because it's super idiotic when you think about it. When you are doing reviews, you are sitting here, I cannot put it in an actual post because I have to keep it standing here because I didn't review it yet.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, it sucks the fun out of a lot of things, especially also when you think about what YouTube does. Like the small guys kind of trying to broadcast yourself is kind of that. Either you're someone established in a certain branch of field or what have you, then you will get big. If you are small and you are starting out by 0, you're kind of dabbling down there in the promotional kind of thingy. So, but whatever you do, just trying to keep the fun. Anyway, John, what about you?
My top 10. Yeah. Well, I've just basically stuck to what I've got as well. Same with you, New Age Omega Supreme. He's in there. Such a good figure. And obviously, I won the gold one via Weibo.
Cool.
Yeah, I've not actually put any pictures on of that because every time I try and put pictures on, I'm either ill or I get pull my back out or something like that. It's still outside of bed, ready to have pictures done and stuff, but I've not actually opened it or anything yet. So sorry, New Age. It is there. Again, Ymir, love Ymir, such a good figure. Sludge, I've only got in Shattered Glass version. So it's like, the multiverse.
That's it. They call it Behemoth, right?
Yeah, that's it, Behemoth.
Yeah.
Now, even though I haven't got the full set, I'm going to say Kang Toys Predaking because that has been like the one thing I do want. You know, I mean, I've got 3 members of it. I still need another 3, but I think there's only one member that's not been released yet.
Okay.
So I will be getting that eventually, but I need the other 2 as well in the meantime. But so far, those figures are quite nice. I quite like them.
Cool.
Magic Square Bruticus.
Yeah.
Core Class Dinobots, minus Grimlock, because I don't know what was going on there, or Sludge, because it was a bit weird. But as Volcanicus, they're really good as Volcanicus.
Okay.
I think I like it as a core class, you know, like a core class combiner. Then I've got Caillou Models Metroplex.
Oh, I'm actually contemplating that, but I need to see how, like, what's the depth on the base mold, because I would like to put it where Omega is now, but I don't know if the depth is actually going to work with that. Maybe maybe if the legs are spread in base mode, but I don't know.
I'll have a look. I'll because it's actually been wrapped. It's for Christmas, but I'm still mentioning it because it's mine. But I think
it is mine.
It is mine. This is mine. I'm mine. Anyway, right. I also think Iron Factory's Ironhide or Tetsubi. Really love that figure. The colours on are really, really nice. The metallic gold, the red that was used. You also get like a weapons cabinet that forms onto the back of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a nice figure. And then obviously going to the bottom a little bit, but Mechanic Studios Retgar. I got that this year. Quite like that. I had this idea of making up a little Junkion team with Hasbro as well, but Retgar is just a little bit too small compared to Crash Bar and what was the other one? The first 2 that got released.
Or is that
what was
Masters?
it? No,
wasn't actually.
This Trash Master is the last one, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, Trash Master. Before that came Axle Grease. That was the purple one.
That is the one before that. The actual truck.
The Crash Bar.
Was the motorbike.
I have the picture in front of me because I pack this fucking figure so often, but I don't.
Anyone help us out in the chat? There's a couple there. So.
Anyway, that one. Yeah, I was going to make up a little team, and unfortunately, those 2 figures just seem a little bit too tall to go with Retgar. But still, I was like hoping Trash Master might be just a bit smaller, but I'm not even taking a risk on it. I'm just going to leave it as it is on the shelf.
You're going to combine it, Junkosaurus?
I would like to. Yeah, I might actually get a couple more and do Junkosaurus. That would be quite cool, actually.
The idea behind that. Let's put up a trash T-Rex.
I know that does look very, very good. Like,
there was someone on the design team really liking that.
Yeah,
I just think about Junkosaurus. That sounds to me like it's got a real big fat ass. You know, Junkosaurus. I mean, why not call it Garbage Rex or whatnot? I don't know. Junkosaurus.
He likes moving his junk. Junkosaurus. That's class. That I like that.
Weird. Just weird.
Some people do come up with weird names, so that's
absolutely.
Have we got any more? Rising Force drag strip. I like that figure. That's it. That's my 10.
That StunDicon set seems to be rather stable, right?
So far, yeah. There's only 3 out, but the actual figures are quite good. I mean, they're pretty basic, a bit like an MechFans Toys, but the plastic is better than MechFans Toys. Not bad, actually. Not bad.
That's the company that was initially doing it as a masterpiece scale, and then they've now downsized
That's right.
it to do scale, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, I mean,
that's right.
And I feel like Exactly, and I feel they were very smart, saying, probably everybody has kind of their masterpiece. We got
Yeah.
XTB, we got the DX9. A lot of people went on the day. DX9 actually canceled XTB when they saw this base mode from XTB, and Fans Toys is taking their sweet time. So they say, there's one mana saw out there in Legends class. Let's just dump it down to Legend scale. I think that was extremely smart.
Yeah, very smart.
So
Very smart.
But,
nice figures too. All right, nice. Not bad at all. I mean, I would probably say as easy to transform as what they call it now. The actual figures for not Mech Fans Toys. I've got Mech Fans Toys on the brain.
Magic Square?
That's it. They're as easy to transform, I'd say, as the single figures. Obviously not Menasor. We're not going to go there because no. But yeah, they're all right. They're not bad at all. So, but Drag Strip's actually quite a nice, decent figure.
Yeah, happy days.
Oh, Gareth's gone.
Oh,
is he there? Oh, he's back again.
There we go.
Hello, Gareth.
It all done like a press thing. I don't know what happened.
Go on then. What was your top 10, Gareth?
Probably just the 10 that I like the most. I get Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus. A lot of sort of mixed sort of feelings about him, but I think he's good. He's up there now on the shelf, and he does look very imposing, being big and massive. 86 Snarl, for obvious reasons.
Not bad. Yeah.
Big fan.
But I feel like what they did with the dinosaur mode, that the back just folds just down into his tail. That looks weird.
Yeah, he's in robot mode with me anyway. I have enough in dino mode, so I can afford to sort of put them into robot mode just and leave them at that.
Okay.
Because I've got a big Dinobot shelf, massive, lot of Dinobots. So we'll maybe get into Marvel Legends a wee bit. I got the 97 Gambit.
All right, yeah.
Oh, see that. Sorry to cut you off. I got the 97 Rogue actually also. Good.
So did I. Yep. Yeah, I got 97 Rogue as well because I just wasn't paying the prices that the normal one would have went for. I was holding out for them. Hopefully they were going to do them all, in the VHS boxes and stuff.
Right.
But they seem to have moved on to 97 stuff now. So I got Rogue through that, and I'm happy with that. So
yeah.
As I say, she's on my list too, was Rogue, because it was just great to finally get a Rogue to fit my 90s sort of X-Men, which I'm almost done. I think I need Professor X, a Juggernaut, and who's the other one that I'm missing? Sabretooth, but they're now doing a Sabretooth along with the Wolverine 2-pack, so I'll get
that. Looks damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's like happy days. Cause I'm not collecting the whole line or anything like that. I'm just I want the main cast and then a couple of the main bad guys like Magneto, Sabretooth, Juggernaut and stuff that, they were my villains.
Yeah.
Want a small collection just to represent the X-Men that I grew up with. It's the same with my Spider-Man as well. I think if I get one or two more, I think that would be it for me.
That's interesting. We got something of the same lookout. Like I did something for X-Men the same. I got the Masco Gambit. I got the Rogue now from 97. I got myself Psylocke from Marvel Select. She's a little bit bigger, but I got her in a little bit of a kneeling stance, so that works kind of.
Yeah, perception.
The Mayfax Cyclops, Wolverine, and Marvel Select Colossus. So apart from Jean Grey and Storm, which I'm missing, that is almost my team of X-Men.
Yeah.
Spider-Man wise, I got Carnage and Venom, and I want the Scarlet Spider. Then I'm good with that. And I put it up kind of as a Marvel versus DC kind of shelf space. So also exactly like you did, kind of selective, just a representation thingy.
Yeah. That's sort of effectively where I'm going with the collection now at the minute. Because I got Smythe, and I remember him specifically because I remember mentioning it on, I don't know, it was one of our podcasts or on a video, and I was
I think it was a podcast.
And I was like, if they do a Smythe, I would love to get a Smythe sort of thing, and I think they announced it like within that next week. So it's just, don't know where that came from, but it was good to get an actual Alistair Smythe. I sort of half expected them to like retool Professor X's floating chair and make the chair that he had. Sort of half expected, but nope, we didn't get that. Then we just go back to Transformers. I've got the Nova Prime. It was just nice to have finally got a representation of him.
Got that too.
My IDW comics, like, so everything that comes that way, I'm loving. I got the Shattered Glass Rodimus from the 86 mold. Shattered Glass is just really, really cool as well. Same as yourself, I got Bludgeon. Exact same reason as you, Tim. You want to support them when they do these sort of characters. You don't get these characters often. I know that they were going to do a Straxus. I really hope they revisit that and give us a Straxus because we really need an updated Straxus. Like, love to see that come. And then we have Armada Prime, because that's sort of whenever I got back into Transformers was the Armada series. I love the whole Minicon thing. It was just a really nice concept, and he's just standing over there. But I think he's one of the best figures I've seen this year. I think they got everything sort of right with it. And I know there was a third-party company was doing the Armada stuff at the time.
Fans Hobby,
that's it. And I passed on that. There was a few sort of issues with it at the start with breakages and stuff, I think, with a combined mode. Sort of stood back on that one and thought, there, Hasbro's announced one, so I'll get that. That'll be good enough for me.
That's why I said I probably won't get the Straxus due to me now saying Hasbro can go like himself.
Of course, much.
I'm not getting the Straxus if they're doing that, and I got New Age Straxus, and I feel like if they are doing Bludgeon, and New Age went this super interesting way of taking Cyclonus, reversing him 180 and put up two pieces on front, and all of a sudden you got Death Charge.
Yeah,
they can do whatever.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Yeah,
good. Hopefully New Age will actually do something like that.
Dude, they will do a lot. Currently, New Age gets a lot of shit because they're not getting into gear for combiners. But at the same time, they put out Omega. They committed themselves to the Dinobots now. They're putting the full Autobot cast out now. I believe the next combiner is not far, and triple changers too. I don't know how, but triple changers in that scale, oof.
Oh God, yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be very good. Yeah. See that a lot of people, like you said, say about how New Age are not doing combiners, and everyone wants them to get going with combiners and whatnot. But when they bring out a character, you get 6 or 7 different versions of the same character, so they're kind of working through that as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's like it swings and roundabouts. I mean, they're going to end up carry on with the Dinobots, but yet Magic Square went the opposite way and did Bruticus. It was one of them, and once Bruticus is done, then they're going to start on the Dinobots. But by the time they start on them, New Age will probably be near enough done with the Dinobots. Maybe if that.
Maybe the thing is, apparently Magic Square is doing Grimlock next. Apparently, because they put up a teaser of a print in the snow. Something was lying there, and just from the silhouette, it looked like Grimlock. But the thing is, they actually have their prototypes down for Abominus, the full set.
Wow, that's true. Yeah, they do, don't they? I've seen them. Yeah.
So
that's going to be good.
I could see that Magic Square is jumping ahead right into the next combiner.
Yeah, and they do good combiners, legend scale wise. I mean, obviously you don't have that many to go off, but
quite frankly, to me, Magic Square 2 of 3. Manasol was great. Devastator was a mess.
Oh God,
Bruticus was great. Like a lot of people give me shit in the comments because I say Devastator was a mess, but the copy that I had on loan was bad. Scrapper didn't connect properly, and the foot was just dangling there. It didn't hold, not at all. And if people say, no, it's super stable, if it was stable for you, cool, have fun, enjoy.
Yeah.
I can only speak for my copy. My copy was shit. To me, this figure is done for.
Yeah.
It was hard to put together as well, though. It really was. I mean, it was.
I mean, the thing is with Bruticus, I really saw the perks of that plastic and the way they put up the engineering. The only thing that I actually had a hard time with was Swindle. To me, Swindle was rough. That whole panel foldery and whatnot at the legs was horrible. Vortex was, to me, the one and first the figure from Magic Square where I had an enjoyable experience transforming him, akin to their, I say, concept of what they come down with, because Magic Square in one comment section said their idea is they are Rubik's Cubes in Transformers wise. This is why they call themselves Magic Square. Magic Square is the Rubik's Cube, and that's kind of akin to that. Tornado was the only one that worked for me like that, but the whole Bruticus set was really enjoyable, especially in comparison to Devastator.
Yeah. So sort of up, down, up again.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I think my last two are sort of just Fans Toys Pipes and Senator Shockwave. And Shockwave was just because they've never, I don't think they've done an official one or anything out there, and he's a lesser known sort of version.
Yeah.
So it's just great to have that character again. Sort of vote with your money. Let them, if they're going to do these sort of characters, 100% get them. Wasn't overly keen that it was just a reuse of a mold, but at the same time, still got them, new head sculpt, all that sort of stuff. So
if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, right? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So we'll go on to the first topic. We'll start with the CM Punk stuff, sure.
Oh yeah, let's start with CM Punk.
Well, so first I went first. Second, John went first. Now you go first, Gareth.
Go.
Yeah, well, my knowledge is very limited on the actual whole WWE. I got out of it a long sort of time ago with the whole, back in Stone Cold Steve Austin always coming in, Hardy Boys, all them sort of guys. But I was looking into this whenever John had sort of mentioned it and stuff, and I'd seen that he obviously was with WWE. He left that then to go and follow the MMA, I think it was then.
Mm.
Do his sort of thing there. Came back into AEW, started bad-mouthing the WWE. Fell out with people there. Kicked out. And then went back.
Tim's already shaking his head.
I was just like, that, he seems to be he's obviously not a great person behind the scenes if he's getting kicked out of it and stuff. So as I say, I don't really know the characters much. I have seen him pop up a few times and stuff, but because I wasn't as related to him, I didn't really make the connection. But once I started actually looking into the whole back sort of thing, I thought, for me, I believe he bad-mouthed the WWE when he was back or at the AEW or whatever out there. I'm thinking, why bring him back then? All the controversy behind him.
Mm.
So I don't know exactly everything that's been said and done between them and stuff out there, but I just think that why bring back a controversial sort of character back into something that he's already pretty much bad-mouthed and left to begin with, and then fell out with other people. So obviously his backstage sort of ego is not great.
If I may translate a German saying,
go on.
It's all about the index thumb rubbing factor.
Oh right. All about the battering greenbacks, shall we say.
Oh
yeah.
That's all it is.
I don't. He reminds me of Joey Barton, but for the wrestling world. You know who Joey Barton is, don't you?
Yes. I don't know. I don't know who that is.
He's a footballer. Used to play for Manchester City, but he basically got booted out of Man City, and he's in lower leagues now, shall we say, because his mouth runs away with him.
Oh.
And pretty much that's kind of how I see how CM Punk's gone. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But at the end of the day, it's if you're annoyed with the business, then why can't you speak up about it? You know, that type of thing. But there was was it Jungle Boy that started off a fight with him or something in back of the AEW?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there are multiple things. I feel like what I read is that Jungle Boy also has an attitude problem.
Oh right, I see.
But before I starting to swing and
Yeah.
John, you want to add anything, or were you done actually?
Well, to be fair, I mean, I don't know. I think someone banded around a few weeks ago on a video that I watched on YouTube that CM Punk's back in WWE. Is back in the WWE after he was paid to end AEW by WWE. And it was just like, I could have worked. That could have worked. You know.
I mean, these kind of I don't know what you want to call it. What is it like? Conspiracy. I don't know. I feel like it's weird. If you are thinking of that kind of a conspiracy,
yeah,
you got a few issues.
Oh God, yeah.
Man. Like for real.
He's just basically gone back for the money, hasn't he? You know?
Yeah. Now he is.
Now
That's the thing. Like when his promo in WWE, his first promo was over, he turned to the camera and said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money."
That's right.
He should have put that up in the promo because not everybody catch that.
Yeah.
The thing is, to me, the whole CM Punk thing is not even big of a split thing in terms of his credibility. To me, Punk lost not even a whole chunk, but maybe all of his credibility.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, he was kind of like I want to say the sword keeper, the sword holder for kind of independent and for straight edge and for saying what is right and whatnot. And he got so much shit from WWE and he got booted from storylines and he was apparently treated bad. All these stories to me now turn sour against CM Punk. But because I feel now, if you are not a mark and just watching it and saying either yay AEW or yay WWE and the one is cancer or the other is cancer, you're actually thinking a little bit for yourself. Then you're seeing maybe a bigger picture and thinking maybe there's something wrong with CM Punk, or maybe he changed extremely so. You never know. But to me, the credibility change to me comes due to the fact of what he said in his first promo in AEW, and then the connection to what he said in WWE.
Yeah.
First was when he returned to AEW, he said, "I apologize to everybody I disappointed and that waited for me, and I heard you screaming my name for 8 years, and I heard you, but in order to get healthy and to return, I had to turn away from the place that made me sick in the first place." That was pretty much almost one-on-one what he said.
Yes, it is.
Then, now, a few weeks back, he returns to WWE and says he is home. And that had a thought put into my head that Seth Rollins last week put into a promo perfectly. They took that and turned it into the story what a whole lot of people actually said. You don't return to the place that you said made yourself sick and call it home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
And that is a big problem. And to me, Punk was an excellent fit for AEW because AEW, as professional as they are, they actually rotated around a lot of their problems with the audio, that they had the echo on their mic and whatnot. There were a few thingies they had to actually fiddle out to see how is it going to work for them, because they obviously don't have the same setup and whatnot like WWE. They're like the kind of the tip of the spear in terms of independent wrestling.
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
say you want something professional to go, but you don't want WWE, but you want to still honor your independent contract thingies and still dabble in GCW and MLW, maybe NWA or NGPW. You can come to us. We will work something out. If you want some free time to double in GCW, fair enough. Go ahead, have fun. That's what you can do.
Yeah.
AEW is the forbidden door. They always welcome independent guys. I mean, we had fucking Crowbar last year in AEW Dark. I haven't seen that guy since WCW, and he looked amazing. So that's the independent kind of tip of the spear thingy. And to me, due to CM Punk coming up in Ring of Honor, he was kind of directly a leader. MJF, for what he does at 26 years old, is amazing, and he's the future, and he's current champion. But CM Punk came out kind of directly as the leader. I'm back, 8 years. I'm hungry. I want to do shit. I want to help. I'm here to stay.
Yeah.
Right. Good talk. Fast forward now. Not so much anymore. Last match at All In, I'm happy to say I was at the first All In London, and I saw CM Punk live, and now it's gone. It's going to be an exclusive thing. Very happy so. But it's just overall very weird what happened. And to me, the point, my opinion, or one part of an opinion I have about CM Punk keeps standing. I think CM Punk words his opinions a little too open, a little too honest for the surroundings that he's in.
Yeah.
I feel like he 100% speaks the truth, and that is just too much sometimes.
Yeah.
When I compare that to myself, not comparing myself to CM Punk, but a long time I did something similar. Like I blasted my free opinion out there for everybody to hear, and I worded it extremely harshly, and I got a whole lot of shit for it.
Yeah.
And I had to rework that. And there's the thing of just making yourself 100% unsympathetic because you don't cushion your opinion, but you can still cushion your opinion and it's still yours. You just sound a little bit more friendly. You just sound a little bit more approachable. And I feel CM Punk could actually benefit from that. And he put himself in between a rock and a hard place to take that saying, to really go in AEW and say, I'm here, I'm this old, I did this, I know the bullshit of the wrestling. You either take my opinion or you can just fuck off. And AEW said, okay, we take option number 2. We fuck off. Or either you fuck off. You do all that stuff, you punch people, so off you go. And then he got offers from TNA and he got offers from WWE. And apparently WWE's offer was more interesting and maybe even rumor-wise that he has a clause in his contract that he needs to watch his mouth. So there's a behavioral clause in his contract. So he needs to keep himself kind of in check. Currently it looks like it, but it's only been 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So
give him time. Give him time.
It's kind of very fresh. I feel like I said, I feel like Punk lost pretty much all his credibility, and people in the industry, I watch a whole lot of that. That's actually my way of watching wrestling now. A lot of news, a lot of backstage news, dirt sheets, reports, and whatnot. That's a more interesting, intriguing stuff for me, because quite frankly, how are you supposed to watch all that? We now get 12 pay-per-views from AEW. We get 12 pay-per-views from WWE. Additionally to the pay-per-views from NXT. Then you got NJPW, TNA, GCW, if you're into such a sort of thing. That is so much stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of wrestling there.
Dude, I need to work. I need to sleep. I need to take to the toilet. My cat wants some time too. How am I supposed to watch all that? And apparently, maybe he saw something in that for himself. And I believe maybe there's something that actually happened with him changing behavioral wise in these 8 years, seeing maybe I need to change something. And Triple H apparently changed too, because back in the day, it was said that Triple H was an asshole. same like Randy Orton.
Yeah.
But now Triple H is the future of WWE. Vince McMahon is done.
Yes.
Vince McMahon can stay retired, and apparently his new super company TKO is trying to oust him from the company because he is trying to push his creative stuff again in, which we sometimes felt. But Triple H, he is pro person, he is pro wrestling story, make it good and also make it healthy, because people now actually have a week off over Christmas and New Year's Eve. Something which I don't know if that ever happened in wrestling, that you get a whole week
I don't
off.
think they ever did. I don't think they ever
No.
did when Vince was in charge. Pretty sure they had, like, I think it was Christmas Day off and Boxing Day. That was it. Or back to work Boxing Day or something like that.
Exactly.
It was very tight schedule. They were always working like 360 odd days a year.
Yeah.
You know, it was you always need a week off at Christmas to be with your family and whatnot. So
yeah,
you know,
even just a reset up here too.
Too right. Just to reset, open your presents, have a laugh, have a good time, eat your food, fall asleep in front of James Bond on the telly. You know, that type of thing.
Exactly.
You know, that's what we all do. That's how we all live our lives. But yeah, when you're that much in the focus and of the general public, you if you're working all the way up till like Christmas Eve, and then you start to get Boxing Day, you're not getting much time with your family. You're not getting much time to yourself.
No.
If you've got kids on the outside, you're not seeing your kids very much. You know, so if they're getting a week off, good on them. To be fair, they could do it 2 weeks and go back after New Year, that type of thing.
Yeah. Kind of. And I also, you also see what happens with wrestlers if they get downtime and actually concentrate on their body.
Yeah.
Like if we take AJ Styles now as an example, when you look at him, the way he wrestled ahead of his injury, he was always a little shredded. You always saw the six pack and whatnot, but there was a little bit of a slumpiness also to the rest. There was not really much definition in his chest musculature or something. But now he returns. He had time to get back healthy, and he's shredded, actually shredded. He looks like, I don't know. He looks like Macho Man shredded.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. Also, Randy Orton or Seth
Rollins.
He
came back. He came back bigger.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody, when you give people time to heal for 9 months, like when we talk Seth Rollins' horror injury with torn ACL and cartilage and meniscus, everything was done for.
Yeah.
And he was gone for 9 years. He came back and he was shredded, good to go. And same now with Christmas and New Year's Eve. You get people to just touch base, stay with their family, be cool for a little while.
Yep.
You will feel it in the long run, because
of course you will.
Because people stay loyal, because they know if I need some downtime because I'm done, then I will actually get it. And Vince, I mean, I saw an interview with Chris Jericho where he said Vince McMahon is just hyper competitive.
Yeah.
We were like, Jericho said, we were on a flight drinking, and we were landing at 4 a.m. and he was like, let's hit the gym. I'm like, dude, I'm drunk. I'm not hitting the gym. I gotta get up and do a show later. Well, I'm gonna hit the gym. And later, when he was done, he actually sent Jericho a text, he said, and there was like Jericho 0, McMahon 1, because he was shredded and he was pumped and he was actually training. So Vince McMahon was, to me, unhealthy in terms of competitiveness. But then again, then again, the problem maybe lies down in a kind of the I don't know, the space of mind where you're at. Do you want to do something? You got to commit yourself 100%, and you just sacrifice sleep, food, people. You leave it all on the line just for that one goal. Maybe that's why we sleep that good, because we say what we have is enough. We are happy.
Yeah.
We don't need all that. Maybe. I don't know.
No, you're right. You are actually right. There's many people. I don't do competitive. I don't. It's not one of them. I'm not one of the. I'm not that type of fellow that turns around and I mean, let's say if someone puts a post on of Legend Scale, right? I mean, you've put one on, was it this morning or yesterday, of Sea Spray? Something like that.
Mm.
I'm not going to put mine on now on more respect for you, because it's like you just put yours on. It just looks like it's, yeah, but it's even Hale Hasbro reviews. If he puts stuff on before me, I give it a couple of days and then I post it. There's no rush in posting it. It's just a case of just get it on, let people see it, you know, and just I'm not competitive. I mean, Gareth will tell you I'm not like that anyway. You know, it's just it rolls off my shoulder. I just like, oh yes, we're going to do this before you, John. Okay, go ahead. See ya. I'll be over here with my feet up. See you after.
It was super funny when we got our stock for our shop of the Red Gullwing. I said to my buddy Dennis, yo, you actually did the review of the pre-production sample of the Gullwing. I know Mask is your place. That is kind of your home, so to speak. But you got the pre-production sample. Can I put up the Red Gullwing as a review, the full one first? And he's like, you know, yeah, I had the first, but you know what? He said, you have 48 hours. 48 hours before I put out my review. And we got that 3 p.m. the full stock. We put that up. We inspected a few pieces. Is all good.
Yeah.
No, 3 hours later, I had my review out, and I believe it went somewhere extremely fast. So that was a quick one. So that was pretty much the only thing where we were like competitive. You got 48 hours. You do what those 48 hours. But after 48 hours, I'm gonna blast out my review, whatever you decided to do. And I thought it was okay. I had a head start, but his review will probably gain on me. Nope, I actually stayed ahead.
Nice. He won't do that again there.
No, we won't do that anymore anyway, because he quit YouTube the day I quit YouTube.
Right.
Or the other day or not.
How come? Why did you quit YouTube? Because I know you'd said that you'd put a rant on, but I didn't. I think it was in German, or you spoke in German, so I didn't realize what you were saying. So why did you stop? Oh, do you not want to talk about it? That's fine if you don't want to talk about it.
I try to gather my thoughts on that, because I haven't spoken in English about it. There are multiple reasons. Reason number one, I'm not in the same headspace anymore. Like I get annoyed so damn quick now, and I unload on things that I enjoy, like actually the figures sometimes and stuff like in my near vicinity. Not my cat or whatnot. God forbid, never would touch her. But
no.
But sometimes when I'm just frustrated with something, I'm just sitting there, and if I got something in my hand, I just want to squeeze until it breaks. And that has gotten worse and worse ever since my parents died, and ever since I had this horrible living situation in my hometown and whatnot. Like years ago, I had the feeling that I have a very thick hide, a very thick and well endowed nervous system where I can take a lot and it wouldn't faze me. But all that was chipped away when my mom died, when my dad died, when my living situation was horrible with the neighbors and all the noise around me. And now actually dabbling in something that I don't find fun in was actually one of the reasons I turned my back on Masterpiece and went to Legends, because it's gotten way too complicated to me. I wasn't with my level of frustration building up that fast. I was not able to transform Masterpiece figures anymore, because I wasn't able to keep my train of thought. And that was one bit. The next bit was just that there was no growth on YouTube, and I don't want to do that anymore. Like still feel the itch sometimes to do something. I feel like I have an idea for a video or whatnot, but I actually put that into shorts now for our collector's page channel. If something new comes in, to dabble a little bit in shorts and what I try to do and whatnot. So that kind of works. But seeing that there are people, no hate for him out there, like The Amazing getting 100,000 subscribers and Jobby the Hong having way more than 100,000 subscribers is just frustrating to me, because you see there are people out there that can actually do money and get a huge following doing what they like. And the thing is, I started out with this thinking, I know what I talk about. I have a concept. I had to adjust the concept a little bit, but I knew what I was talking about, and it didn't get me anywhere. And the thing is, for the amount of time you have to put into these videos is just not enough. My cat is not going to be here forever, and I'm losing time. I have to work the full day. 2 times a week I have to do shipping for my shop. And then if I want to keep the channels running, both 2 to 3 videos a week, every time 3 or 4 hours work for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does come a breaking point.
You know, and that's the thing. I mean, I disappoint people. I know that. I said I would finish up the Magic Square Bruticus. I tried to do that on Sunday. It was 10 a.m. I started out, and I have the hand of him in hand. I wanted to do the space shuttle first. Had to, of course, take him apart. Want to do a little tease of Bruticus again. And the thing that happens is one of the fingers just unplugs and falls down. I try to pick up the little tip of the finger. I rotate my chair. It goes against the softbox light I had standing up here. That one topples, rips down my G1 Overlord, which was a gift, breaks a weapon of that. I went into a frenzy and said, okay, that's it. And that was 15 minutes into my day. I cannot do that anymore.
No.
Probably for people that hear that, maybe think that's nothing. What the hell happened? If
they don't know all of
you need, it's just build up in the back of your head, and it's years of development of that. I'm not saying that it's not it. That's probably kind of some point of, I don't know, psychological problem now or whatever. It could probably be. Usually I'm super chill, no problem, also at work and whatnot. But it's just small things like that. And also, I cannot do redundant work anymore. If I have to do 2 or 3 or 4 times after each other, I'm losing my shit, and that's putting it very mildly. And doing that with figures and stuff that I usually love, I'm not sacrificing that anymore.
No. When the fun, as they say, taking it away from, is it one of them gambling things and stuff like that? When the fun stops sort of thing. If it's not fun anymore, if it's just if it's becoming a chore and it's just frustrating you, then it's not worth it. It's not worth putting yourself through it. Just enjoy the figures for yourself, really.
Exactly. That's it, and that's what happened. It's starting to feel like work. It's starting to feel like a chore. That's exactly what happened. And the thing is, I was happy with my product. I was happy with my videos. I think I streamlined the videos as much as I could, and I kind of feel that. And also miss that aspect, because I feel I was good at that. I felt like I like what I do, but I didn't like it as much to say that I miss it as much that I still sacrifice stuff like that. So that's also what I said in the video. Maybe if I really feel the itch and I want to do something, maybe I do something. But for now,
no, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I know where you're coming from. Because I was pretty much like you. I lost my way. You know, that's how it goes. You lose the people that are closest to you, and you start to lose your way. Then you start to fight back, and you start to get angry. Then you start to think, why am I doing this? Why am I taking this shit?
Yeah.
And then you start speaking out of turn to people. Then you start, basically being angry all the time. And I remember my wife saying to me, she do you not need to go and talk to someone about it? I was like, no, I'm fine. I actually remember.
Mhm.
And I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm all right. And mine was more of a steady decrease because, I mean, obviously my dad was my best mate. You know, it was just one of those things. We used to go boot fairs, and you know, we used to sit there with cold sausage butties on a Sunday morning. You know, selling to people.
Yeah.
I'll give you 50p for this, lad. My dad be like, 150, a pound. All right, okay then. You know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And I went through a phase where I just missed it. I missed it all. And then, of course, my mum fell ill. She passed away, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't go through it again. And I saw where I was going to, where I was going for. But it was, you get angry. You get angry because you feel like you could have done something to make it not happen.
Yeah.
And you're angry inside at yourself because you think, I could have done this and I could have done that, but you can't.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. I got it.
But
That's interesting that you say that. That's also a little bit of something what I had. I feel like that there was something that I could have actually done. Like, my mother never wanted to be in a kind of a care hospital, whatever you might call it. And the thing is, when she fell ill the last time, I had this feeling that this wouldn't go well, and I was right. And the one ahead of this, the last two surgeries that she had were always 2 tumors in parallel in her head.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first one from the last 2 was actually amazing. She wasn't even in the hospital a whole week.
Yeah.
The surgery was on Mother's Day, and it was also open for business on that Sunday. And I come out of the store, my father gives me a thumbs up, so it was all good. And a few days later, still with bandages and whatnot, but she was home. It was healing all well. And the second time, after which she actually ended up in rehab, and also in the care home. What I said, that was actually where I thought it wouldn't run well, and I can't change it. And I try to wrap my head around it that I can't change it, and it won't change anything. However, how I feel, whatever I want to try and do. But I feel like I could have spoken out. I said, guys, you know what? We should not go through with this, because 4 years later, my mom died, was 4 years in a care home, which she never wanted to do. And I feel like if I would have spoken out, then maybe one day she wouldn't have waken up, but she would have been home.
Yeah.
And that is the difference. And my parents still at least would have gotten 4 years together. And she went into surgery, came out of the surgery, had to go into the rehabilitation clinic to get her footing back and all that. And the day, pretty much bang on the day she got into rehabilitation, my father retired from his job. They had no time for themselves whatsoever. My father only ever worked the whole time to get money in the account to prepare for when he's retired and when they can actually do the shit. And my father retired and my mother wasn't there. 4 years later, she died. They had no time for themselves whatsoever.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing where I feel like if I would have spoken up, maybe they wouldn't have gone through with it, and maybe they at least would have gotten 4 years together.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, me or Gareth, always a message away, lad. If you ever want to talk to us.
Oh,
thanks.
100%. Yeah. I'm always open to chat.
Just don't speak to me in German. I'll ask you to translate, you know.
Well, you might hear I am kind of fluent in English.
That's fair enough. That's okay then.
Sorry to play the big part of a party pooper, but you guys asked. So
yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not party poopering. Not at all. I'll just put my tinsel around my head. It's all right. It's fine. Be itching in a minute.
So I'm just looking at the time here. It's going on an hour and 25 minutes.
We've been on an hour and 25.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just want to touch on the Doctor Who.
Whoa. I'm hiding. I'm going away.
The thing is, I have no stock in Doctor Who whatsoever. I don't know which I don't know which season it was. The one with Matt Smith and Karen Gillan.
It's about season 11 or 10, something like that.
Yeah, I watched that. That was it.
All right. Okay.
I know what Daleks are and these angel thingies, but that's about it, kind of.
I know what it was. It's like, but John, is there anything specifically that you were looking to touch on with it?
Well, I'll try and be diplomatic, shall I?
Yeah.
I'll try and be diplomatic. For quite a number of years now, it's been pretty much going downhill fast, if I'm being honest.
Oh.
They brought in, I think Peter Capaldi was the last. Was it Doctor 12? Was he? Can't remember now. Yeah, Doctor 12, or the 12th Doctor, as they say. And when he bowed out and regenerated, he pretty much regenerated into Jodie Whittaker. Now, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. The fact that he turned from a man to a woman. Don't mind that. But one of my problems is that when the third series of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor finished, we found out that half the universe had been destroyed by something called the Flux. She had also been not an original Time Lord. The Doctor was originally a being from another universe, or something along those lines. That a certain someone killed her over and over again to unlock the secrets of regeneration to give to the other Time Lords. So they ended up being the Time Lords. Then it raised the Doctor.
Right. Doctor Who is one of those Time Lords, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So then, after that, they wiped his memory, and he started on his journey as the Doctor from like William Hartnell's era. Right. That's kind of how the story shifted. And then, when Jodie Whittaker regenerated, she regenerated into David Tennant for the second time. So everyone was like, oh, Russell T Davies is back as the writer, David Tennant's back as the Doctor, things are looking up. And the 60th anniversary was just not good at all. They were using things like, what was it now? Like the Doctor would say, like, so, Meep. This was like the main alien baddie in the first episode. Like, you know, whereabouts are you from? Are you, you know, whatever? And it says something about being kind of talking to the Meep as though it was a male of the species. And then the daughter of Donna turned around and said, oh, you're using that without using pronouns. So it's literally going down like that. And he's like, oh, yeah, sorry, are you a he, she, or they? And the answer of that was, I am the Meep. Okay. So it's kind of going downhill. It's not going downhill. It's just going a different direction. And they're coming away from sci-fi and going to fantasy, because now the Christmas episode is about goblins eating babies. If you've got a song out about it. Yeah.
And I also feel like they are trying to put the gendering shit into everything.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything. I wouldn't mind if it was just here and there, but it's just a lot of people, they're just forcing it completely. People are blaming the writers, the producers, they're blaming Disney because Disney's put £100 million into BBC so that they can show the Doctor Who series onwards.
Yeah.
The series, the last 3 episodes that came out in the last couple of weeks, they've made the Doctor bi-generate. So now I know. It's not David Tennant on his, regenerating into Ncuti Gatwa. You've got 2 Doctors now.
Right.
Over here, 2 doctors.
Okay.
So now you've got Shuta Gatwa, who is going to be playing a doctor who is gay, pretty much, and you've got David Tennant on the other side, who apparently has now retired. So where's that leave Doctor Who exactly?
That sounds. I'm confused. And
You're confused. We're all confused.
Quite frankly, just hearing from that gives me PTSD from Spawn back in the day when they decided to kill off Al Simmons.
Oh yeah.
But Spawn was still there with his symbiote, the K7 Letha. But that Spawn returned, and it was kind of the alter ego that he could come up with this blonde kind of dude named Jim Downing. But that story never went anywhere, and so they decided to keep Jim Downing and at the same time bring back Al Simmons, while they established in the first few issues that whenever a Spawn blows his own head off, he's done eternally. He's dead.
He's dead. Yeah.
But they brought him back anyway because plot holes. One thing Todd McFarlane is not good is coming up with the story and actually seeing it through. I remember during, I believe, was Spawn 300, the whole Hell storyline. Cagliostro wasn't to be seen for, I believe, 50 issues. Al Simmons turns up in Hell, and it was like, oh yeah, what's that tower? Oh yeah, that's Cagliostro. Okay, cool. Where was he? What did he do? Well, why this tower? Why is he now the king of Hell? And it never went anywhere from there. That's also why Spawn lost me. And there were 2 Spawn. Now there are 2 Doctor Who's, and they're trying to generate and gay stuff. I have no problems with gay, but don't try to push it in any kind of media outlet. Just keep stuff traditional sometimes.
I think with shows, you just have to leave the shows. Don't stop. Stop trying to push all this political stuff and whatnot. Like, just enjoy the program. Just enjoy what it is about. I don't mind anything changing. You know, like the Doctor Who changed their female. That's not a problem.
Yeah,
can respawn, whatever. That's
exactly.
Or Terminator. Terminator.
Oh yeah, Terminator. Yeah.
Terminator is one franchise near and dear to my heart, but only 1 and 2 and 4 because it tried to do something different.
Yes.
But 3 is bad. Genesis and Dark Fate only in parts. But Dark Fate shows several things. Number 1, don't try to exchange Skynet with something else. Skynet was his own name. Legion, you heard in name over all kinds of movies, series, books, whatever. It's just a run-of-the-mill name.
Yeah.
The Terminator they put in there was good. Daniel Luna did an amazing job as a Terminator.
Oh, yeah.
But then a woman as a new John Connor. Everything they did in Terminator 1 and 2 went obsolete when they killed John at the start of the movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The last thing, Terminator Dark Fate showed that James Cameron lost his grit. The pure ability to do a raw Terminator movie.
Yes.
Didn't work. Was woke, only women and empowerment, which is all good. I don't want to hate on women, but it doesn't work on Terminator. It just doesn't. And then also, if you want to do, two things. If you want to do a cheap movie in Europe, you go to Bulgaria or Ukraine. You want to do a cheap movie in America, you go to Mexico. That's what that movie felt like.
Yeah. Felt like a B movie classic type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they all made their shit. The FX was amazing. Arnold, the idea of a Terminator stuck from his own timeline in this new old past, which leads to a new future where he is obsolete, and he is there. He made he finished his task. He was done, but then he started to grow the machine equivalent of a conscience. I feel like, to me, that's logical because also there lies some form of development. That's what happened to Skynet. Skynet learned at a geometric rate and became self-aware. If that happens from Skynet,
it would happen with a Terminator too.
Skynet is based on the CPU of the first Terminator from 1984, and that learned geometrically. Why can't a T-800? So that was story-wise was okay, but the the other stuff, exchanging Skynet and a woman, no.
Yeah, no. It's pretty much. I mean, it's like Doctor Who. You think to yourself, it is. What's wrong with the Doctor fighting an alien race that's trying to destroy the universe or just trying to destroy the Earth or something like that?
Yeah.
And just to turn it around, I mean, the last 3 episodes that's come out, it's been the first one, The Star Beast. That was the title of the episode. It wasn't too bad, in my opinion, but I think the Meep. I mean, obviously, when you're watching it, the Meep is like this little furry creature. Is all sweet and innocent, and all of a sudden it just turns around and to hell with this, and shoots the other bad guy, the other aliens that's in it. And you think, that's all right, that's a good turnaround. You know, if anyone who knows Doctor Who, they'd be like, yeah, that's going to turn in a minute, isn't it? You're the bad guy, aren't you? And it did. You know, it was just like, okay. The second episode was called Wild Blue Yonder, and it basically had the Doctor and Donna going off in the TARDIS and landing at the edge of the universe or past the universe on this ship. And they basically encountered themselves, but it was like entities who were trying to learn at a quick rate. And they basically had to kill them, get rid of them. And then the last episode was the Toymaker, played by, what's his name, Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, right.
Yes.
He's in there too.
Yes. My opinion, he did. I thought he was brilliant as a Toymaker. He was a proper take the piss big bad. He really was. But, I mean, he was just, there's like a musical number in it where he comes up and he's singing Spice Up Your Life. You know, I mean, and he's running around and he's dancing with people and this, that, and the other. And he's turning guards into balloons. And they're all shooting. There's rose petals everywhere. It's funny. It's funny to watch. But to defeat him, both Doctors literally beat him at catch. Yeah. Okay. That was how they beat him. Because he was a Toymaker and used to like to play games, and if you lost, you would be his prisoner forevermore, right? That's pretty much the storyline. But to have yeah, exactly, right? But to have a name called the Toymaker, who in the original first Doctor Who series with William Hartnell, he had a game. It was a toy game that you had to beat him at to win. In this one, they had to beat him at cards, which they didn't. And then in the final bit where they beat him, it was playing catch.
Yeah,
I mean,
that is lazy writing.
I mean, the next worst thing would have been tag, right?
Yeah, that would have been next. And you had Shooty Gaffer running around in underpants and a white shirt.
I would have liked to see dodgeball, straight to the ball.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's the way they beat him.
I know. We'll play dodgeball.
Because that's also the subtitle in German for the movie Dodgeball, straight to the balls.
Straight to the balls. That's how we've all been kicked in the balls when we watch them episodes.
Hey, fun bit. They're actually doing a sequel to Dodgeball.
Are they?
You know, if you don't want to do a great sequel to a movie that has, I don't know what kind of a story, do it right. But Dodgeball is just a super nonsense fun movie. Go ahead. I don't give a shit. I want to see that sequel.
Nice. But it's one of them. It's a little bit, everyone's complaining about it, about the new way the series is going. I pretty much won't be watching it. And I do like Doctor Who, you know.
I think it's just because they don't trust in the story anymore. You know,
no.
I think just a lot of shows are changing due to, I don't know, the writers obviously don't have a lot of faith in the stuff actually keeping going. But yeah. I mean, the shows in the 90s and the sort of mid 80s and stuff like that, like, they were great shows back then as kids. Yeah. Everybody loved them. It sold toys. Now I find that kids nowadays that they're not really into watching that sort of stuff, or they're not into playing with figures and stuff as much.
No.
So, are they trying to adapt to this whole just focus on
Could be.
putting out a show?
That's also just to shortly peel back. That's also one of the reasons why I actually stopped YouTube. I 100% know what you mean. Like the attention span of people nowadays is just so much shorter.
Yeah.
Like they don't commit to full movies or series anymore.
Yeah, that's
let
true.
alone YouTube videos. Like when I compare videos to shorts, when I did a video, I was roughly, when I'm lucky, in the 20 to 30% vicinity of overall watch time where people actually stayed on the video and watch. With shorts, a short or a reel is a minute long. A minute. And I mostly have had a watch time of 50%. People don't even have the time or attention span to
60.
stay on a video for a minute.
Yeah. They're just doing this.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Oh, I like the look of that back again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't like that off. And it takes me a while to get the shot done anyway.
People say it's super easy. It's one take. No, it's not. It's also at least a half an hour.
Yeah, easily.
If you get your program down. The short that I did now for our YouTube with the monster truck thingy and stuff, I was just thinking, okay, you know what, you're emulating kind of a monster truck raw, and then you're putting an overlay over it of a monster truck actually roaring in front of the camera. That wasn't as easy as it was to be, because I was actually still getting my handle on the actual program, on the actual app now that I have on my phone to actually do that, and getting that overlay in there wasn't as easy as I thought. People think this is way easier than you think. I mean,
no, it's not.
Media designer is an actual application job, just not out of shits and giggles. There's something to be learned here, and people just swipe it easy, go to the next thing because it's just easy. They don't give a shit how much work is put into these things. Same with series.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Well, they want you to take notice of them when they want you to, big me up, please, and all that sort of stuff. Because it's just like, but I'll tell you what, you watch my videos properly, then,
Yeah.
But there's a lot of work goes into it. Doing your own videos and whatnot.
Even for a 10-minute video, like you're chatting hours of work that go into it. And it's not just the actual recording of it and stuff. That mightn't take as well, but it's the editing, it's the adjusting stuff, it's going back and redoing something you've missed.
The whole producing.
So whenever they sit there and you've got a 10-minute video out sort of thing, and then like that has took you a lot of work, a lot of time to put that together. So definitely at the minute I'm doing videos and stuff out there, but I actually find more enjoyment out of the making, the topic videos more than anything. I'm enjoying talking about stuff, something that comes to my head, a topic of some sort. I enjoy those videos a lot more than sitting down and doing X, Y, and Z. There's enough people out reviewing figures, which is why I don't review a lot, unless there's something specific. But I concentrate maybe more on how to transform sort of things, because when I was setting up this place, I had to go through a lot of videos to figure out how to transform these things from storage. And so I sort of thought, you know what, I'll do those videos here and there because I've got the collection sitting here now, as and when it sort of takes my fancy. But mostly I like the topic videos. I like getting a discussion going. Some are hits, some are misses. But for me, a discussion video, I get it all set out beforehand and then I'm able to do the video. And those are more enjoyable for me. So that's more where I'm leaning towards at the minute with my channel. As such. Yeah.
That's what we do podcast wise now too. We had our first, which was called Voice of Chaos, which was mostly Transformers based. Yeah. And we had our little bit of a schedule. We were first talking a little bit of our week, then we want to try, and we always try to get something special to drink, mostly beer. So always talking about that a little bit. Then we had our halts, then we had our news, and then we ended the topic. But we then felt, okay, there's a pure German Transformers podcast out there, which are a friend of ours. That's cool. They can do the deep dive into the Transformers lore, whatever. It may be this Kiss whatever circus thingy they did. And we tried to do that also sometimes with Spotlight, but we felt like if we want to keep going with Transformers podcast, we would need to read up on the topics, and that's just not us, because we want to take it directly out of our knowledge.
Yeah,
we want to keep it authentic. So we said, guys, you know what, Voice of Chaos is over now, we try something else. And people like, but okay, they were kind of panicking, but you're still kind of going still Monday and podcast, right? And we were like, yes, we will keep doing that. We just call it differently, and we're gonna keep it 100% easy and simple. We just talk about where we're going. We don't give a shit. Like this last episode, I was on a little bit of a Christmas party stuff from work-wise, and the guys were having a conversation, and they were actually, what were they like? They started out, I believe, with work, and then Masters of the Universe a little bit, and then went into the MCU series. It just happened organically.
Yeah.
And that works. People like it. It's just a talk, and we are spread. We are spread from where we live, where Dennis and we live, to up, I believe, kind of 3 to 4 hours to the north, Münster, and then down near Frankfurt for another guy. So we can't come together all the time. This is for Monday. Yeah. This is our get together, and we just talk what we want to talk about. If it's pets, then it's pets. If it's children, then it's children. What Transformers? We talk Transformers. And I don't know. We're also joking around about an April 1st episode, but I don't want to tease.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to go on anymore about Doctor Who. We're done.
No,
that's it.
You better.
So I don't know whether John said it to him, but we usually finish the podcast out on a light note, because usually sometimes you can get really delved in. Yeah. John's idea, we would do a couple of dad jokes, even if we can just do one. If you've got any sort of jokes or whatever that you've got off the top of your head, we can go first. This was his idea, by the way.
I think it's a cool idea.
Don't blame me.
I found a website with 148 dad jokes. I think I find something good.
Oh, okay. No, that sounds all right. Go on then.
It's always nice. I know it can come across. Some people think it's cringy or whatever, but I think it's just nice just to end out the podcast on a.
Dude, that is occupational hazard on dad jokes. They are cringe. That's what they do.
And I'm a dad, so we're all right. We're okay. Dad on hand.
There you go.
Another dad on hand there, Gareth.
Straight face, just. Mm-hmm. Sure, I'll go. You want me to start?
Go on then. You start. Go on.
So I went to travel agents the other day.
Oh yeah.
Looking for a nice, relaxing holiday in Romania. She said, Bucharest. And I said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Oh God.
I like that.
What do we want to do, clockwise or what?
Yeah, go on, Tim. Go on. You next, lad.
Okay. The ones I got are a little bit shorter, but they're not bad anyway. Yeah, I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was a refrigerator all along.
Story of my life, that. This story was fastened now. There we are. Okay, right then. I'll read you this one. What did Santa ask Rudolph about the weather? Is it going to rain, dear?
Oh.
There you are. That's it. Bubble. There you go. I'm here all week.
We're deep in, y'all. We're deep.
You're laughing out of sympathy, really, aren't you? I know.
Oh, jeez.
Go on, Gareth. If you got another.
Me being an artist and all, I tried painting the sky, but I blew it.
I love and hate these at the same time.
The floor is opening up below him. The floor is opening up below him.
Okay.
Oh,
What did the ocean say to the beach?
No.
Nothing. It just waved.
that's exactly what this is all about. This section.
Oh my god. Okay, what kind of motorbike does Santa ride?
Oh, we're all into the Christmas ones.
Oh yes, I am. Blame the wife for this, by the way. A
Go for it.
Holly Davidson. I thought that was one of the best ones I'd heard.
Oh.
Man. All right.
Are we going to continue? Or am I going to embarrass myself even more? One more.
Round and then
One
we'll wrap
more.
it up.
One more. Go on then. All right, go on. One
All
more.
right. Well, did you hear the rumor about butter?
No.
About butter?
Butter. Yeah.
Okay. No, did not.
Well, I'm not going to spread it.
I got something in the same vein. How does the moon cut his hair?
I don't know.
No idea.
Eclipse it.
Oh man.
He's like, takes a minute for my brain. Go, oh yeah.
I read that and I needed a moment too, but then though,
Yeah. Get it.
All right, my last one.
Right, John,
Who
let's go back.
hides in a bakery at Christmas?
who what?
Who hides in a bakery at Christmas?
No idea.
No idea.
A minced spy. Laugh, Gareth. I know you want to laugh. Laugh.
No.
Laugh. Rubbish.
Oh god. Oh god.
That's it now. I'll stop.
Yeah.
I'll stop now.
We'll relieve all the people that will watch us in the future. Yours, I think we just lost the last viewer on that one, John. Please.
All the best.
So we'll end the podcast there. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. There's people coming in and out the whole time. Thank you, especially to Stellaris Prime. I hope I didn't butcher your name there, buddy, but for the comments and stuff. It was great having you aboard. Anyone that's watching this in the future, definitely comment below. We'll definitely be checking back with the comments. And I think that's it for this episode. I really enjoyed doing this live. If you'd like to see us doing a few more lives, if you want to see John live again, leave that in the comment section below. We finally got all this figured out, hopefully. But if you've got any jokes of your own, you want to drop those in the comments too, just so we can hear what your cringe sort of jokes are. I would definitely be glad to hear those. If there's any topics you would like us to talk about in future episodes, leave those in the comment section below. We would be happy to tackle any more topics. Anything, could be Marvel, DC, Master Universe, Gundam, Transformers, anything. As you can see from this episode, like we have a wide variety. I mean, I don't really follow Doctor Who as much. John does, so we can talk about that. So that's the way we go. If there's a topic you would like us to talk about, that would be fantastic. Drop us a comment below. All that fun stuff. Like, subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome.
All the best.
See ya.
And